Hey, good morning everyone. This is Mystic Rose, and here are your Mystic Rose weekly messages for the week of Monday, August 14th through Sunday, August 20th, 2017. Okay, so as I share every week, I ask my guides, what does the general population need to know for this week, which is Monday, August 14th through Sunday, August 20th, 2017. Okay, the first message that came through was keep an eye on finances. Be careful with your finances this week. Keep an eye on extra fees charged that are unexpected, or if you have someone who conducts business for you, just keep an eye that they're not helping themselves to your resources a little too generously. Continue to be thorough in your record keeping and spending. Don't be vague about anything. Don't overspend this week. Consider if you really need certain items, or if you can wait to buy them, or if these items will just be something you want and then you will grow tired of them quickly. Think about if it will be a temporary item. And this doesn't mean you have to be paranoid about your finances. You don't have to think people are stealing from you at all times, but just check your bank statements, check your credit card statements. If you have any stocks or bonds that you keep, just check them quickly, see where they're at. If you have any investment accounts, retirement accounts, anything like that, real estate, just give them a quick check this week. That's all. Number 2, don't be afraid of the darkness. Okay, the darkness could mean negative spirits and dark energy if you feel those around you, for people out there who are clairvoyant. In everyday life, the darkness could mean negative, harmful people, situations, or events you would deem unfavorable, such as a job loss or a health issue surfacing for yourself or a family member. It could also mean a loss of money or the value of stocks, real estate going down, or a trip that is canceled. The darkness can actually serve a purpose. It can help us to grow in ways we could not have imagined, such as we could appreciate what we already have. It could make us more patient and understanding, help us heal an old emotional wound, reflect on the past in a different way. For example, what I've found in my own life is that when I go through periods that are challenging, or there's unexpected health issues, or just things that take extra time and patience to deal with, I end up coming out a better person at the end because I grow spiritually. I really appreciate a lot more what I have in my life. I take things for granted less. And frankly, I'm happier overall. When I have experienced periods in my life that I would refer to as darkness, it did make me a better person. I grew from the experiences, sometimes painful, and it made me view things in a different light. It made me appreciate myself and my life much more profoundly. I stopped feeling self-pity because I saw how lucky I was. Okay, number 3. I saw an image of a crochet blanket. For you, those of you who crochet out there, sometimes you crochet, there's like a little piece of yarn hanging off the end that you have to make into a knot and knot around the blanket. So what that image symbolizes, when you pull that piece of yarn, what would happen is if you started pulling that piece of yarn, the whole blanket would start to unravel, and before you know it, you would have a bunch of just yarn sitting around, just sitting on the floor or wherever you are. Okay, so the same thing goes with ideas. When you get a loose string, for example, if you get an idea in your head, if you start to, again, this isn't literally, it's like figuratively. If you start to pull on that idea, which means if you start to explore it a little bit, you could look up information about it. What could happen is, again, you don't have to rush to do this, and you don't have to jump on every idea that comes into your head. But if you take your time and slowly explore the idea, if it interests you, and if you do have the time, you could Google information about it. What could start to happen is circumstances, people, and events will come into your life to support you in that idea and you following up on it. Again, it doesn't mean that every time you get an idea to jump on it. Consider the idea and think about if it is a good one for you. Then when you have time, you could start to look into it. Maybe speak to people in that field, or look up more information on the internet, or just go to different resources. There's a lot of resources now that you can go to get information. Okay, the 4th message. Stay in your feelings at this moment. For example, if you are sad, let yourself be sad. If you are bored, feel bored. If you are anxious, be anxious. In my experience, I have found it is best for me to let myself feel whatever I'm feeling. But I should continue to take care of responsibilities or take actions towards whatever goals I have. When I was younger, I would stuff my feelings down Then I became very angry as I grew older and somewhat soulless. I didn't know how to handle my feelings, and I didn't think my parents did either. I also always designating meaning to how I felt. For example, if I was angry, I thought it meant that I did something wrong. If I was depressed, I thought it meant that I was a loser and I had a bad life. If I was bored, it meant that I wasn't capable of keeping myself entertained all the time. Negative feelings had negative associations. I have also learned that all feelings pass, good and bad. I've also learned that just because I'm bored or upset or irritated, it doesn't mean that I've done anything wrong, and it doesn't mean that I have a bad life. It just means I'm just not feeling good that day, or I had a bad day. If I let the feelings pass, the otherwise stuffed feelings will come out and in negative behaviors. The more I let myself feel my feelings, the more deeply I can feel them. That includes sadness, grief, as well as joy, pride, happiness, and love. Okay, I'd like to thank my subscribers and all of you who watch my videos. If you'd like a personal reading, please go to my website, www.mysticrosereadings.com, or you can email me at mysticrose4u@gmail.com. Okay, have a great week. Bye.